My God. They're starting to notice. Oh, Russell, what's happened? What's happened? What?
Remember a plucky little guy called Adolf Hitler who went on to live in Argentina?
Huh? What?
We all remember a plucky little guy called Adolf Hitler who went on to live in Argentina, but could Germany ever return to fascism? And might fascism point to, look a little different from the marching old swastika bearer himself, the chaplain-faced king of the Nazis?
The chaplain-faced king of the Nazis.
Is the Holocaust entrepreneur Adolf Hitler. Is Germany about to relapse in fascism while trying to prevent fascism? Let's get right into it. So, the AfD, that's a nationalist party in Germany that seem to be campaigning primarily around ending war, are, by the verdict of 50% of German voters, the most popular party in the country. And here's what's happening now in this round of elections in that great nation. Germany's conservative leader, Friedrich Merz, narrowly lost a vote in the Bundestag to become the next chancellor in an unexpected setback that plunges Europe's largest economy, that's the way we look at things, into political uncertainty. Merz seemed on course to win a majority of 13, but failed to gain a simple majority of 1 by 6 votes. The far-right alternative for Germany, AfD, far-right, that's what they are, which finished second in the most recent election, demanded a fresh election after Merz's loss, the first time in German history that a chancellor designate has failed to win in the first round of voting. So what you've got in Germany right now is a right-wing party and a left-wing party bonded together simply to oppose the AfD and to ignore the democratic will of the German people who probably care about these issues, I bet. Migration, and I imagine war, and resources within Germany being spent within Germany. Nigel Farage, a man with whom I've had many a public spat, plainly said that the UK would not be the first nation to leave the EU. Let me know in the comments and chat, who's going to be next to leave the EU? Will it be France? Will it be Germany? Because across the world, we're seeing the rise of nativism and populism as people reject globalism.
That's right.
Primarily because of migration and the sense that the state primarily serves
a lot of that is happening. You're seeing it all across the fucking board.
Corporate, commercial, globalist interests rather than the domestic population. Whether that's their opposition to farmers and their attempts to control food sources, or their attempts to turn us all into digital prisoners with chips under our skin but no chips on our plates. This is the time for the people of Germany to rise up, and it seems that they are responding to that clarion call. Let's get into this story in depth and look at the reporting of our old friends at the BBC, state-funded media that primarily want you to be compliant, obedient, subservient little prisoners of the state. That's what the BBC want. The BBC are no longer the channel of David Attenborough. They're the channel of paedophiles undercover, of denial, of shutdowns, lockdowns, and centralised control. Let me know in the
He's 100% right, though.
Comments and chat if you agree with that. Here's the BBC's reporting on Germany. They've already, and when I say they, I mean the EU, stepped in and intervened in sovereign elections in Romania.
Why?
Will they step in
Why?
In Germany? Will the EU not rest until they've...
The rest of the European Union countries are looking and going. When they saw Britain exit, they went, huh? Well, that was the reason that we joined. They're looking for the exit.
Created some peculiar cartel across Europe where the citizens of these great nations are all controlled and cowed and broken. Let's see what the BBC have got to say to us on the German elections.
It's mad.
Now to politics in Germany, where the far-right political party, the AfD, Alternative for Deutschland, has been classified as an extremist organisation by the country's domestic intelligence agency. The AfD made major gains in recent parliamentary elections, standing on a platform of opposing immigration.
OK, so they're anti-immigration. That's one of the positions you can take in a democracy. You can be pro-immigration, you can be anti-immigration. It's actually, in a democracy where you have free speech, up to you.
According to the agency, the AfD wants to exclude people from the democratic process based on their ancestry or ethnicity, and this, it said, is incompatible with the German constitution. The AfD has described the news as a heavy blow to democracy. Well, let's speak now to Clara Pfeffer, political correspondent for German outlets RTL and NTV. Clara, thank you very much for joining us today to tell us more.
Clara's got them deadly eyes.
more about this and take us through what the intelligence agencies are saying, their reasoning for this decision.
I can tell you this from behind my incredibly beautiful sapphire eyes, that the reason it's being classified in this manner is because
my vampirically sapphire eyes.
German people are trying to vote the AfD into power, and that will be antithetical to the imperialist, globalist goals of the EU and the sets of powers that masquerade behind them.
Yeah, that's right. So then they'll go, no, that's an extremist group. I think they need a willy to suck.
You'll remember, of course, that during the pandemic, the EU, along with other organisations like the WHO, were able to make extraordinary decisions like taxation, censorship, relating to a whole variety of decisions that bypassed the will of the German people, the British people, the French people, the American people. And we're going to ensure that democracy is simply a word that we use to cover institutions controlled by centralised forces, not the will of the people. If people are anti-migration, you'd think that the people would be able to vote for anti-migration policies. Not here, you bloody well didn't.
Yes, thank you very much, and hello from Berlin. They are basically confirming a suspicion that they've been investigating for years now. So the AfD has been a case of suspicion of being extremist for years, and now they've compiled a paper of 1,100 pages that is saying we have it confirmed. We know that the AfD is not,
they confirmed it.
Against.
They confirmed it. Oh.
It is against basically the democratic principles of our German constitution.
Because they're against democratic principles, you can't vote for them. But isn't that against democratic principles? Shut up! Shut up! Ich Reichensteiser Dreichenschein! Into the camps! Into the camps!
What the fuck?
We must prevent dictatorships and tyranny. We are, after all, Germany that saw the rise of fascism. And in order to prevent further fascism, we must control democracy outside of the will of the people, using unelected principles and bureaucracies.
What is that, isn't it? Fascism.
That are not answerable to the German people. Sieg Heil! Sieg Heil! Sieg Heil!
Specifically because it is trying to exclude entire groups.
Yo, he's fucking mad.
Especially people with a migrational background and people who are of Muslim religion. So they have found proof, and that's not everything. They've also found more and more proof and put it together into that paper, saying that the AfD is repeatedly using Nazi slogans that are usually not allowed in Germany. They have been saying that we should change our way of remembering the Holocaust. So they've just put everything together that we've been seeing. And also many people have known for years. And
even, by the way, remembering the Holocaust, just don't do Holocausts. Don't do Holocausts. Don't judge people on the basis of their religion. Don't round people up. Don't kill people.
Don't stop. Do not start rounding people up, bro.
Don't try to subvert democracy, claiming that you help people. What are they going to do now?
Back, my brother.
Burn down the Reichstag. The Reichstag's burned down, so we're going to have to suspend order. The pandemic was the contemporary global equivalent of the burning down of the Reichstag, i.e. a crisis that facilitated and legitimised further authoritarianism.
He's fucking right. In a certain sense, there's truth there. Yeah, man. Unbelievably, during that period, the amount of shit that happened.
The same way that 9/11 was a burning down of the Reichstag. In the same way that many of these crises, Pearl Harbor, are used to legitimise further authority. Of course, we're all democratic. We all believe in democracy so hard that I had to push anal beads up my bottom made of democracy and yank them out in a rage when I heard that people were voting for an anti-migration party.
Yo, what's up, bro? What's up with bro? Yo, you got Chris here talking German. He's just like... Why did this Hitler sound like Ruben Amram? You're damaging me, bruv. I'm getting damaged. I'm taking hit points, bruv. I'm losing HP. I'm gonna have to take a health potion. Fucking hell, man said it sounded like Ruben Amram. Yeah, that's comedy, bruv. He's killing me, bro. The anal bead shit cracked me the fuck up.
If you live in a democracy and people vote against migration, guess what you do? Is it A, have less migration, or B, claim that they're racist? It's A. Otherwise, you're not.
You have less migration. That's what democracy is, because that's what the people want, isn't it? Basically, they're going, nah, you don't know what's good for you. People are going, no, we want less migration. They go in, nah, you don't know. You're actually just racist. Huh? What?
Not democracy anymore. Free speech.
Probably Germany might be the next one to leave the EU. You need another powerhouse to leave the EU. When Britain left the EU, they must have all looked around. And then hopefully Germany or France will leave the EU, and then they'll start rocking that boat over there. Because the nationalism sort of way is coming up, and I always think about this, and I think of what Asman one time said. I know it's a weird source to fucking pop up with, but Asman one time said it's going to get so bad in Europe at some point, they're going to elect a Hitler-style sort of person who's super nationalist. So, you know what I mean? We want to swerve. So I think you're going to see maybe a rise in this sort of rhetoric. Maybe we're going to see a lot of rise in it. And obviously, I don't have a fucking clue, you know. We're just sitting there chilling, having a look from the outside. That's all we do. And critique the uncritiquable. And that's it. I swear it sounds a bit of the training video that come out. You got to send me a link, bruv. That's hilarious.
She's under attack.
Hitler's speech is just a crackling machine gun or an old machine gun. And I'm German, says Chris.
Particularly yours and everybody's, whether it's British government officials demonetising people on YouTube, putting people in jail for Facebook posts, or
banning people on Twitch,
or the various other ways the nefarious systems and institutions that work, I reckon, for Satan drag us down.
Yeah, and then they say, no, this is for your good. I think we're coming out of that phase. I think a lot of this shit that you're seeing is that we're coming out of that sort of phase. We're becoming more adults now. We don't sort of need you to tell us, no, we know what's best for you. No, I know what's best for me. I'm an adult. We understand. We built the roads. We built the drainage systems. We built all the infrastructure. We know. Like, we get it. No, we know what's best for you, while they sit in their mansions and in their suits with their silver spoons. And, you know, I think we're sort of slowly coming out of that shell. Gay. True.
Into the pit, we have to fight
back. That's how I feel like we're coming out of that.
Rumble. When major advertisers conspired to pull their dollars like Dunkin' Donuts, they said that Rumble had a right-wing culture. Well, that can't be true. Let's have a look at just some of the posts here.
I'm gay.
I come on here just to look at men in tight-fitted denim hot pants. That's from Don Trump Jr. All in the Rumble chat. This is a free
Rumble
speech
Jr.
conduit where you're free to be whoever
Trump
you
Jr. on Rumble.
It's all available to you in the Rumble chat. For a limited time, you can get 10 of your American dollars off, and you can use crypto, baby, using the promo code APAC. No, using the promo code BRAND. Visit rumble.com/brand and get your discount today. Together, we can turn the crimson tide of foaming propaganda and stay free together. Click the link.
You must also know that the AfD is already classified as extremist in 3 different states in Germany, former Eastern German states. So this is now basically confirming that that is the case not only for these 3 states, but for the entire German country.
Interesting comments from Chancellor Olaf Scholz. He's not Chancellor for very much longer.
Olaf is not Chancellor for very much longer. You see how BBC, the sort of angle that the BBC always hits is always fucking... It's detrimental to what opposes globalism. It's always that way. It's whatever's not in the globalistic sort of agenda, they oppose it. So now you're seeing the rise of this AfD. As we've been fucking seeing, we're seeing this rise in the AfD, and then they're claiming, no, this is not what the people want. They're actually just racist. Huh? It's the majority. They're calling, they're extreme right. They don't know what they want. Do you see what I'm saying? It's sort of like weird.
Longer, of course, but he's saying the Domestic Intelligence Agency provides very detailed justification, but ban proceedings must not be rushed. What sort of discussion is there about a potential ban?
Yeah, that's a highly political discussion that has been going on for years, and especially in the last couple of months, it has also been discussed a lot. The last government, or the last Bundestag that was just re-elected, said that they tried to do it. They tried to get a majority. They failed. There were not enough members of parliament who were in favor of starting a ban. That's also a very long process. And the discussion is basically, how do we get that party smaller? That's what the other political parties want to reach, and they are worried that if you try it with...
And as she said earlier, she's like, they figured it out.
An actual ban, and that whole process, that will take years. And
they're telling you in plain sight, we would like to ban that political party.
That's what's going on. That's all it is. It's becoming to get so much traction. It's beginning to be a threat to the globalistic agenda. We must stop them and label them terrorists or something. We must label them something. They're bad guys, guys. Why are you so worried about it, you fucking suspicious fucking flock of bastards? What are you so suspicious about? What's got all your fucking knickers in a twist, you little bitches? Listen to the people, and that's it. That's it. If it's a democracy, listen to the fucking people. The people saying they don't want immigration. If immigration is becoming an issue, then do you know what you got to do? You got to lower the immigration. It's just as simple as that. Listen to the fucking people. Is this not a democracy? Nah, clearly not. Nah, they don't know what they want. Huh? We're coming out of the phase of knowing what we want. You can't. We're not fucking children. You don't know what you want. This is for your good. So we're going to have to fucking, watch every movement you do. Huh? You fucking shitters. Chill out, man. Chill out. What's the matter?
But it's going to take too long because it's illegal to ban political parties.
So it's like they're so hell-bent on control at the ultimate level of control. What's the matter with you, you fucker? Relax, man. You got everything. You got all the fucking power. Relax, you can't. Chill out. Let us have a little bit of bread with our friends, you bastards. Can't even have a bit of fucking bread. They make sure they've put their pesticides in it. Make sure it's that fucking Hovis fucking shit that's all pesticides. What's the matter with you, you bastards? Let me breathe, you cunt. Even the air's full of shit. Fucking hell.
So what we're going to do is manoeuvre and gerrymander and manipulate to ensure that centralist parties, the normal parties that you're able to vote for, this one or this one, that basically are the same and will do the same thing, as Noam Chomsky, that right-wing Nazi fascist.
It's like, let's create the illusion of choice. There's an illusion of choice. It's just an illusion. It never fucking existed. It didn't exist. There's an illusion of choice. They went, yeah, I've got a fucking galaxy plan for the stupid peasants out there. They went, what? And he went, look, I'm a fucking genius. We just pretend there's two parties. How about that? How about that? How about that? And they went, fucking hell, Tim, you're a legend. And they all started sucking his dick. Fucking hell.
Used to say, in all matters where both parties agree, you have no choice at all.
Yeah.
In all matters where both parties agree, you have no choice at all.
It is true. If their rhetoric is similar and their agendas seem miraculously aligned, then, bitch, there ain't a choice here. You are not making a choice with your, I am a person. With my powerful vote, I will make a change. None of that's going on over here because the whole shit's compromised, silly. Don't you understand we're in a circus, cunt? Don't you understand that? Act like a clown then, bitch.
The left-wing party and the right-wing party plainly agreed. The AFD came in and represented the will of the people, so they just had to manoeuvre and find ways to shut that down. Try to remember these basic maxims that we've been granted.
It's just an illusion. Bro, the way my cousin says illusion, it's so funny. It just popped in my head. It's an illusion.
Granted by the great cultural prophets. Even if you don't agree with Noam Chomsky, went to Epstein Island, whatever.
Level up.
You have to take from them what you can. Or Julian Assange. Even if you don't like Julian Assange, I can't imagine what reasons you would have for denying that great man. But
it's
when he
crazy
tells us
what you
the
would
function
have.
of government is to take public money and to
No, I just don't like him because he smells. He smells of poo-poo. Yeah, well, fuck off, you little child, and push them by their forehead.
Into private.
Move.
hands. Look at the Ukraine war. Look at the Afghanistan war. Look at the pandemic. Does that make sense? Yes. Right. We can trust Julian Assange then, can't we? On that basis. Also, we can trust him on the basis that he did 11 years of serious bird in embassies and ACAT prisons rather than not stand up for what he believes in.
Where is homie Julian Assange? Where is he? Is he still in jail? That's sort of, and as well, that's another indicator for me with this sort of fucking system, is that if you do all of this stuff and it's all fucking true, and you've got the receipts and the evidence, like here it is, like with Julian Assange and all of that, and creating WikiLeaks, even in the first place, just that, and then they're after you for that, then it shows me that, oh, you're doing something nefarious and you've fucking been caught, and so now you're hell-bent on destroying the character that caught you, aren't you? Yeah, that's the classic way of a villain. We fucking know. Villains, you bastards. You've been showing us villains in fucking Hollywood movies, ain't you, you fucking cunts? We know. We're fucking aware. So, like, what the fuck is this?
If we can't come together and support plain heroes such as him, what hope is there for us? We don't even deserve salvation. What's going on in Germany is extremely serious now because they're using the very real, appalling abomination of the events surrounding the Second World War, notably the Holocaust, to legitimize an evolution and an advance on fascism, a bureaucratic and administrative type.
See how it is? It's so fucking covert. These motherfuckers.
Type of fascism. It's not going to be militaristic now. It's not going to be jackboots in 2025.
No.
It's going to be COVID. It's going to be germs. It's going to be we're here to help you. You just need to track their moral argument. Bitcoin, it's evil. It's bad for the environment. Look, people are not listening to us anymore. They don't trust us. No. Okay, we're starting our own cryptocurrencies. What? Oh, did you just say they were bad for the environment?
Yeah, didn't you just say, you little silly bastards, didn't you just say? You realise you haven't got a monopoly on it, so you're worried. You realise there is no way for you to monopolise it. That's why you're worried. Notice that they will be always opposing something that they can't monopolise or they already have control of it. I'm always sinister of something that they roll out. If they're rolling out something to you, then well, you've got to be fucking sinister. Get the barge pole out and the binoculars, boys. We're watching from afar. It fucking moved.
Yeah, it was convenient to say that then. We don't believe that anymore. Come on, man. Stay awake. Stay awake. Don't get caught up on the lower rungs. I don't like the Jews.
Right.
I don't like the
That's
Muslims.
Right. That's right. Rise higher.
You've allowed yourself to be distracted. Yep. Deep breath. Fight the power.
Throughout those years, the AFD will have...
He's 100% spot on. They got us busy and distracted fighting each other. Unity is what's needed, brothers and sisters and fathers and mothers. That's all we fucking need, is to unite. Aim for the common, familiar traits in the human that you see. Look for that in them, the similarities. Don't strive to look for the differences between each other, motherfucker. That's hard. You're looking really hard. When you look, it's another person. He's got a job just the same as you, just the same fucking person. Connect on that level. They go, I call them the 99. We're part of the 99. That's it. Where's the 1%? We're the 99.
Opportunity to claim that that's being a cause, that they are actually the victims, that it's not transparent, that they're being surveyed by the state. So that will also be an opportunity for the AFD to maybe grow even further and mobilize.
Yeah, and the AFD, they are talking about legal action in response to this classification, aren't they?
Exactly. They are saying that they want to take legal actions. They've also tried that against that case of suspicion that has been going on for years. Last year, a court in Münster confirmed that they are a case of suspicion. There is still some more legal action going on, and they will also now try to have legal actions against that classification, that confirmation of this classification, because I think that's important to understand that we've already been seeing that for years, and now it's basically a confirmation of what the Bundesamt für Verfassungsschutz, which is the institution that tries to make sure that our constitution is protected in Germany, has been seeing and surveying for years. So they will take legal actions. I don't know how much possibility of success there is, but obviously that delays things, and the discussion will be out there for months and months to go.
We've got to protect you from the AFD because they will Nazi you right back into yesteryear. Or could...
Yep. Yeah, if you go with them, there's going to be another Holocaust. This is the narrative they paint.
Could it be that the AFD are topping polls and they're seriously concerned about losing their stranglehold on the levers of power? So
That's the truth right there. If that's the reason. Yes, sir.
Certainly, Elon, I think that's how you say his name, Elon Musk, believes that to be the case. Le Pen banned from an election in France. Bolsonaro banned from elections in Brazil. Georgescu banned from elections in Romania, or at least his election win was cancelled.
This is sort of suspicious. It's got a sort of pattern, isn't it?
AfD designated as an extremist group. What they are claiming is that they have a
That's suspicious, that one.
higher authority than the democracy that they are claiming to protect.
Yeah.
They say, we are protecting democracy, we are protecting our constitution.
It's for your good, man. It's for your good, you bastards. Now shut up and get in your home.
And in order to do that, we have to deny its own principles. That kind of interwoven hypocrisy is a clear indicator of a counterfeit mentality. Globalism and imperialism is the greatest threat we face. Whilst some of you may not like Donald Trump, I know mostly you love Donald Trump, I'm hoping that this reaches people that have a contrary opinion. Whilst you might see him as a populist demagogue and as a vulgarian, as a million different things, what he fundamentally is, in essence, is a stumbling block for the forces of imperialism because he was able to bypass the various traps and obstacles set by systems of centralized control. You can either have Jeb Bush or you can have Joe Biden. How about fuck you? We're gonna go crazy. In Canada, they've managed to wrangle it back. There was that trucker uprising during the pandemic. That was the beginning of a potential threat. In my country, the UK, people are becoming more patriotic, more Christian, more nationalistic. They're trying to stamp that out. We can't have these farmer protests. We can't have people asking questions about these rape gang inquiries. In Germany, people are becoming more
Yeah, what is with the rape gang shit? What is with that? For years. Years. What is that shit?
Across the world, people are awakening. Now, their first point of recourse
Grooming and all of that.
is usually nativism, understandably because they recognise that they're being penalised by globalism, and migration is one of the most readable ways of acknowledging and recognising that you're not in control of your country. It's very obvious and very root one. Whilst I believe 100% in compassion, in service, in love, in one human family, what I believe in also is when it comes to systems of democracy, if you claim that the mandate of the masses is your system of guidance and governance, then you ignore it when it doesn't suit you.
Then you should be then stripped of your power instantly by the people. Instantly, the people should be fucking watching you. Go on. Do what you fucking said that you would do. Go on. And then they don't. Then that's it. You lose the fucking job instantly. Ain't no terms and shit. No, we gotta have to have this term. No, the moment you fail, you fucking lose the job. That's it. Then it will stop happening. It will stop happening. Fuck. They got an agenda to fulfill. That's why they're like, oh, no, gotta have this term. Gotta have these 4 years or gotta have this 1 year. Whatever the fuck they fucking gotta do. Because they gotta pump their agenda in. They got a job to do. They're in there for a job. No, you failed, motherfucker, on the first fucking job. You failed already. You lose. That's it. You lose your job. Next. Who's next? Who's next candidate? Who's gonna fucking serve the people? Go on. You gotta be fucking honourable in that, serving the people and shit. People, they're serving themselves. They're serving their agendas, and we're beginning to fucking see. I think they're quite worried about that. I think ultimately, like the globalists and that sort of agenda, I think they're a little bit worried.
You are already not a democracy. You are already not a democracy. You can't murder people into salvation. They are the very threat that they claim to protect you from. But that's just what I think. Why don't you let me know what you think in the comments and the chat? Remember, if you don't have Rumble Premium yet, get Rumble Premium right now to get additional content from...
Yeah, great videos always from the boy Russell. And we do know that he's going through that. They've got him on an R charge here in the UK, which is crazy. And I think soon we'll hear like some mad shit about Andrew Tate or something here in the UK, because I think that one in Romania, I think it went stale or whatever. So they're going to need to keep it up like that. And also here they had, in the UK, I mean, they had the rise of that adolescence show. So I wouldn't be surprised if soon we hear Andrew Tate, something happened to Andrew Tate in the UK. And Russell Brand's allegation claims, So we'll see as it unfolds. We'll be fucking looking like this. Look at them, they're bastards. And then we just walk away. Anyway, Elsa Gate is back, but I need to piss. So, un momento.